In this video I will analyze 11 viral ad creatives live, so you can take inspiration from their winning elements and learn how to analyze winning ads yourself to make new winners for your brand. My name is William and I've generated over 10 million in sales for 7- and 8-figure brands with performance ad creatives and meta ad systems. With that having said, let's get straight into the video. So here's a file I prepared with 11 viral ads. The first one is from Rich. The runtime is over 368 days, so let's have a look at it.
Fire it all.
Like me, you guys are going to love these wallets.
It is honestly a monster, and it's changed the way I've ever thought about wallets.
What? No way. It stopped the bullet.
Now let's compare them against a normal wallet. It takes 2 of them to make up the size of an old wallet. They also have an easy access to removing your cards.
It has an awesome sleek design with over 30 colors and styles to choose from.
And comes with a lifetime warranty. It's like a no-brainer, right?
Go and ditch that old bulky wallet of yours and get yourself one.
So you can see already why this performed so well. First of all, the hook is kind of clickbaity. It's like a challenge or a test where actually someone shoots a gun. But at the same time, later on, the clip is actually shown that, yeah, the wallet actually stopped the bullet. So this is a very strong like clickbait hook, but at the same time it delivers and it shows that, well, one benefit of the wallet, which is actually how durable it is. Then right after you get hooked in, you have many different people holding it, using it, talking about it, and that adds social proof and like is the bandwagon effect. In case you don't know what it is, it's basically that people tend to believe what many people say and believe, even if like didn't really think about it themselves. So then like every few seconds they have different b-rolls showing the wallet, how to use it, and explaining how this thing is actually a wallet, then showing all the different options that are available, and then at the end CTA here that implies actually a benefit. Ditch the bulk. Also very nice detail. Ditch the bulk. You kind of want not a call to action but a call to value, and here they have it. Ditch the bulk. This implies value by getting it and not just, not just saying, okay, buy it. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. This one is from Obvi, the runtime 219 plus days. So this is just a static ad, but this is a very good static ad to explain what's actually important about the static ad. First of all, you have a big claim that stands out, and what you can also see, first of all, the colors, they stand out on social media. They are like a pattern break, right? And they paid attention to the visual hierarchy. So what I see often in ads is that like you don't even know what to look at first, like the headline, the product or whatever. Here you kind of see it like because of the colors used and because of the size of the headline. You first kind of, when you first look at this, maybe you a bit at this, but then first of all you read this, then you see the product, you see over 200,000 satisfied customers, and then you might be already curious enough to check it out because it says younger looking skin starts here, and then of course you don't have the context, okay, why, what does this do? But then you can just click on the ad, like either you see, okay, it's collagen, or you click on that and actually check out what it is. This is also a very good example for the fact that you don't need like, 5 or 6 benefits on a static ad. Ideally, you just target one, but one very important one, and then your target audience is already interested to check it out. So the next ad is from Harper Wilde, and it's running for over 400 days. So let's check it out. Very short ad. Yep, so that's pretty much it. Now this ad is a very good example of how your ads can perform really well if they are organic looking, because you have to understand that when people are on social media, they don't go there to look for ads unless like you or me go on social media to actually do some research. Usually people go for education or entertainment, so they are looking for organic content. They have like pattern recognition to skip ads, but this one doesn't really look like an ad unless you actually take some time and read, okay, here's the brand name and so on and so on. So here in general, very organic looking, we just have the product, and then it feels like my chest is being held by a cloud. So first of all, this is a very strong metaphorical expression, and people who have problems with that will resonate with it a lot. The second thing is, it's not just, the headline, but it's actually, if we look into this, it's like a customer review, right? So this also builds more trust and social proof. So a few winning elements here, very organic looking, right? Very strong headline, and then actually this being phrased as a customer testimonial or like customer review, which adds social proof. Let's move on to the next one. So here we have an ad from Hey Harper running for over 200 days. It's a static ad, and basically here is what we have. So this one is very simple, but it kind of works like this. So first of all, it's kind of organic looking. It's very simple and minimalistic. You have a contrast from here to here. The shot is also quite aesthetic, which is important. Like identity style ads are important for products like, you know, jewelry, fashion, and so on, right? But a very strong reason here why it works is, of course, like a strong offer is better than any copy. And here we have a strong offer. So again, the person gets hooked by the organic looking ad. At the same time, if they like the visuals of the product, it's that simple for jewelry, right? They might want to check it out, but then they get even a way bigger reason to check it out, okay? And then here is the branding and also a small, or like maybe not that small, but I mean like the font is small, benefit to add to it to give more reasons to check them out. And then they click on it and then they are already on the website. And some of the people will convert, of course. So, and this is why this performed so well. And let's move on to the next one. So here we have an ad from Huel, ran over 200 days. And let's quickly look into this, right? So we see the visual hook is this, then like visual hierarchy, where do we look next? It's usually this, 1 meal of Huel, Black Edition. And then you actually can check out the benefits. And then main point is here, it's saying 34 meals for $2.5 per meal. So this ad is genius for multiple reasons. First of all, you can probably see like just by the design why the visual hook works well. But then you can also see, first of all, here we have like very organic, healthy looking stuff. And this is like very important for the positioning because it like subconsciously it connects, you know, health with drinking Huel. So it positions it as a healthy alternative. And then what's also very important, like Huel, well, it's a drink that's supposed to replace a meal, right? And also being healthy. So here it actually positions it perfectly like a meal because it says like 34 meals for $2.5 per meal. So it's not only being positioned as a meal, but at the same time it says like just $2.5 per meal, which is very, very cheap, of course. And this also at the same time handles an objection because like people might think, well, you know how much ever Huel costs, they might be like, okay, this price for a drink, that's expensive. But here the positioning is, you know, very different and kind of manipulative, but that's the point of it. Like it says so many meals for just $2.5 per meal, which is very cheap. It positions it also very healthy. Yeah, this is overall why it performed so well. So performance aside, this is actually a very good example how you can with your ad manipulate or like change the perception of your target audience and connect it to things that they actually want. So now another static ad from Darwin's Natural Pet Products, runtime over 800 days, and let's have a look at it. So this is again very polarizing. First of all, you get hooked because of the colors, because of the contrast, and it's a question, right? So the first thing you see is, would you rather? Here also they paid attention to the visual hierarchy. And then it's very emotional and polarizing. Longer shelf life, and then they show the product, or longer life for your dog. So this is a no-brainer question, and it kind of already tells what the product is, and at the same time it's telling people, well, you love your dog, but kind of, like if you give them food like this, you're kind of killing it earlier for longer shelf life, and nobody wants to do that. So it's tapping a lot into emotion and giving a strong reason to actually check it out, check out the pricing, and check out if it would make sense for them to give actually this to their dog, because obviously they love their dog and don't want them to die earlier because of processed food. And especially people who actually are concerned about health food, processed food, like this product overall is solving a burning problem for them. So of course they will check it out. And that's the reason why it's been performing so well. So the next one is from Monday, Haircare. The runtime was over 100 days. And this is very well made because you can see it looks like a press article. And this again looks very organic and not like an ad. So what it does is it establishes authority by saying, okay, we were in an article. Some ads are actually out there that are like fake articles. Those articles don't really exist, but that doesn't matter much. So if you have a press release about your product, perfect, screenshot that, use that. But if not, you can also kind of, you know, make up a magazine and then make such a article style ad. So and the way this works so well is, first of all, okay, the product shot is aesthetic. It looks very organic. it establishes authority. And then also, like, it's not like, oh, by this or by that, but it, like, even the headline, it keeps the organic style and look. It says, I tried the internet's most hyped hair brand, and here are my honest thoughts. So first of all, it says it's the most hyped hair brand. So it kind of creates fear of missing out, because if you didn't know about them, you think like, oh, what's that? I didn't know that. Let's check it out. And also, here are my honest thoughts. It doesn't say it's like good or bad. It leaves it open, and it leaves a curiosity gap. Well, after seeing that, people would of course be curious to check it out. Now, very important for an ad like this is that you actually have solid landing page that, like, you know, aligns with the messaging in this creative, and this brand of course had that. Because if you say, I tried the internet's most hyped hair brand and here are my honest thoughts, and then they click on it and then they are just on the page like, yeah, buy here, they would be very confused and just leave again. So if you want to take an angle like that, it's very important that, you know, the messaging on the creative aligns with the messaging on your landing page. But if you have that, you can do that, and it's very effective. So next up, we have an ad of Magic Spoon cereal, runtime over 400 days. It's a video ad, so let's watch it. So first of all, again, because it's like a contrastful comparison ad, it stands out visually. But then what they do is actually very genius, because here you can see a protein bar is compared to Magic Spoon. And first of all, protein bars, well, even though they're kind of not, they are, for whatever reason, marketing, mostly marketing, considered by people to be healthy, right? So they are considered to be healthy. And now this targets, of course, then health-aware people, right? But then it shows, like, you know, with the comparison, it shows that's like that this cereal is basically in every metric superior to a protein bar, even in the pricing. And then the last and most important benefit reminds you of childhood, because, well, many people ate cereal as children, me too, and they stopped because it's, you know, just unhealthy. But here they position it to be super healthy by comparing it to a protein bar, and then also playing into nostalgia, which is a strong buying reason for people. So this means they have done their market research really well. And if you have someone who eats protein bars because they want to be healthy but quit cereal, and then they see, okay, this cereal is more healthier than the protein bar that they usually eat, and it's even cheaper and it's kind of nostalgic, that's a very strong reason to just go ahead and buy it. And for example, because this ad is so convincing, the, well, landing page or product page won't even have to do much work to sell this. So the next ad is from Mudwater, running over 200 days. Let's have a look at this.
This is why I ditched coffee and started drinking mud water, an all-natural coffee alternative. My morning routine makes or breaks my day. I used to rely on coffee to recover from poor sleep, but then I realized that's what was causing it. Then I found mud water, and it allowed me to redefine my rituals in the morning and still gave me the energy, but without the crash. It's a blend of masala chai, cacao, lion's mane, chaga, reishi, turmeric, cinnamon, and Himalayan salt. With 1/7 the amount of caffeine, you still feel alert, but it allows you to sleep at night, because the best morning ritual starts the night before.
So this is a very great ad, because they know exactly what they're doing with the awareness level. They compare their product to another product, and this is like for the product aware people. So they give a reason to buy this over coffee, and they tell why it's better. So the hook starts off with a very relatable scene, like making a morning drink, but not coffee, but mud water in this example,
Sorry,
right?
it feels
So
good.
let's turn out the sound. And so like here we have kind of a product demonstration, right? But then we also have like lifestyle images of people who are very self-conscious. You can see they are into self-improvement, they are working, they are journaling, they are working out, okay? So what they do with this ad is that they link the identity of someone who's into self-development and who is a great performer in society. They link it to mud water, basically. And at the same time, they say, okay, the disadvantages that people actually experience with coffee, you don't have it with mud water anymore. So this is the reason why it performs so well. If you have like a similar product that you are trying to replace, then this kind of identity ad and this kind of positioning and messaging might work really well for you. So the next one, number 10, is from Hey Bud Skincare. Let's have a look at it. So that's pretty much the ad. So what they do here is that there's a huge curiosity gap, right? So people, when they have skin like that, they assume it's blackheads and then they start to treat them. But what this ad says, it's, well, these are not blackheads. And then people are like, okay, what? And then it says, which changes everything. So this implies, okay, it has to be treated differently, and this implies it has to be treated differently, and it also like leaves a huge curiosity gap, because people think like, okay, when it's not blackheads, what is it then, and what changes, and how can I solve it then? So this is very curiosity driven. Again, you won't immediately see that this is an ad. It's not like, okay, just buy this, but it's just like, you know, they know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what people are struggling with, and they are targeting it and mixing in a big curiosity gap. Now, of course, again, if you have something like this, you can just go like, oh, okay, now you click on that and buy this. You would have to have a landing page that kind of explains the difference and why your product solves it, and solves it much better than other products. And then this converts really, really well. And then the last creative, number 11, that ran for over 400 days is a furniture creative. Now this, again, as you can see, is very organic looking, and it kind of introduces a new mechanism to furniture, because it says hello functional furniture, and then you can see of someone folding a table, but at the same time it's a close-up and you don't really see what's happening or how it will transform. And this is exactly why it sells the click so well. So people who are currently looking into furniture, they might be asking themselves, okay, how does it actually work? What does it do? And this alone gives enough reason to click on it and find out on the product page or landing page. And again, a part of those people will convert, and this is why this ad performed so well. Of course, also because of the organic look. Again, doesn't look like an ad. You probably saw the pattern, like almost none of these actually looked like an ad, okay? And those that did, they had a very strong headline and like a very strong positioning here. Now, if you want to make creatives that perform on a high ROAS and reduce your new customer cost per acquisition, but don't have the time or knowledge to do so, I can help you by delivering top performing ad creatives on a weekly basis. If that's interesting for you, check out the first link in the description below. But if you want to learn it yourself, check out this video where I share my framework of how to make 3 winning ads out of 1. Keep scaling, see you there.